Greetings everybody, welcome back to the Gear Garage. I may or may not be filming this on the same day as the previous video, but that's okay. So if you remember from last time, we did some work on the routing for making the body a semi-hollow. I routed this very awkward channel for wiring, and I cut out a part for the control cavity. Now my plan for this video is to do some more work on the top, including cutting out this, it's not an F hole because it's not an F, but it's a hole. Now I intentionally laid out this seam line between the two planks of wood so that when I cut the F hole I don't have to do any weird cuts into it. All I have to do is cut it like this, like that, and then I have my F hole. Now if I did not make this clear enough last time, do not do what I do. I am not a professional. What I'm doing here, it's probably safe, but I still don't. I mean, if you want to, but I'm not. Don't try this at home. So I've given this a decent amount of sanding. Now all I gotta do is glue the top to the body. This looks kind of weird, but I mean, the top's gonna be on there, you're not gonna see it. One thing I didn't realize when I drilled this is hopefully the screws for my bridge do not have to go anywhere in here, because that could be an issue. Probably should have measured that. So it looks like the strings are just about gonna be, yeah, the strings are gonna be fine because it's gonna be a string through body. The holes for the bridge might not be fine, so I'm hoping it'll work. I'm pretty sure it will. So I can begin gluing now, I guess, because the body, it's all ratted out. I mean, it's not really that clean, but you're not gonna be seeing that anyways. It doesn't really make a difference to me, honestly. I'm just gonna set these two pieces of wood here for a base, because when I glue this, I only really have 2 clamps, so it's not gonna cause any problems, I hope. But it definitely won't be easy with only 2 clamps, so I'm just using this to distribute the force. And then once it's all clamped in and secure, I'll just load it up with a ton of dumbbell weights and stuff like that. In the end, it'll be like 100 pounds of pressure, which is probably enough. So I'm gonna use an old card to spread this stuff on here. I'm gonna get it super evenly. So I'm just going to try to get this settled along my center line as good as possible, and as centered as possible on the general template. I have no idea what I'm saying, I'm just rambling at this point. Hopefully you're still here watching, because that would be a shame if I just lost my whole audience, because I'm annoying. Now I'm just going to wipe it all down. I'm trying to clean up as much glue as I can because that's annoying to sand out. Now that we got that on tight, I'm just going to slap on a bunch of weight. Hopefully it works. As you can see, I'm wearing a different shirt, and that means it's a new day, the glue is dry, and the wood is ready to cut. I don't have a bandsaw, but I put a brand new blade on my jigsaw,
It's sharp, and I think I'm ready for this.
So the body is pretty much done. It's all cut out, sanded it. Sanded it a little bit, just smoothing it out. Feels really nice. I'm surprised pine is this easy to work with. Thought it would be hard because it's so soft, but it hasn't chipped or anything. It's all smooth and really light. Now, I did say I don't like to use templates, but I put together this small jig to make routing the neck pocket a lot easier. So I went ahead and drilled some holes for the pots and the switches, and yes, I did say switches, plural. And then I sort of recessed in the holes. You can't really see it. You might be able to see it. I'm gonna sand it down a bunch more. This is just a rough cut for now, but that's just so the washers can sit in there better. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rat out for the pickups, a single coil in the neck, and humbucker in the bridge. Personally, I just don't understand those Telecasters like the Tele Thin Line that have the humbucker in the neck and the single coil in the bridge, because like personally I would prefer a bridge humbucker to a bridge single coil, and I would prefer a neck single coil to a neck humbucker. So why would they do that? But to each their own. So this is what I'm doing. And I'm gonna use my template, even though I said I don't like using templates, but it's just to help with the routing. Now it isn't really perfect. Like you can see the edges are sort of rough, especially up here. But you're not really gonna be seeing this stuff anyways, so it's perfectly fine. Now I'm just going to drill the hole for the output jack. Yeah, this jack fits here perfectly. Might have to bend it a little bit just to help it fit the curve. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see the rest of this build.